Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, June 19, 2023. You ascent a sentry seeking a little more meaning to what you do today. You might be doing much behind the scenes, or you ascent a sentry keeping some things under wraps, which seems the wisest strategy for now. A private mission or plan can be motivating and fun. Saturn turns retrograde today and will continue in this apparent backward motion until November 4th. You may feel very close to a project or decision only to discover a roadblock, delay, or simply a sense that you ascent a sentry not quite ready for it all to come together yet. You ascent a sent LL likely feel a shift in perspective about your long-term goals, responsibilities, career, or life path. There is a real need to simplify your career efforts and reputation since expansion can bring undue stress. It ascent a great time to build upon current projects or return to unfinished endeavors. Saturn has dozed off in the sky starting today. The taskmaster planet is the one that rules life lessons, responsibility, and karma. Predominantly, he has been giving you tutelage around your solar house of professional advancement and will continue to do so until 2026. Technically, this may actually pull your focus away from your personal and romantic life. This may be due to the immense stress, work, or responsibility on your back that no one else can carry. Yet, with Saturn in a retrograde phase until November 4, 2023, his weight is lighter, which can help you to focus more on bringing true balance to work, love, and pleasure. There is so much to talk about. You will come across as light-hearted and playful when Mercury in your sign sextiles Venus in Leo. The sextile will amplify your charm, so use this to your advantage by asking for whatever you want. Pitch your ideas, put your desires out there in meetings, and win over anyone in an interview during this sextile. Meanwhile, it might be best to reconsider what you feel called to pursue in your career path since your professional legacy will come into focus when Saturn stations retrograde in Pisces later today. In the 7 days since Pluto returned to your financial sector, there has been nothing but support and no competition from the income side of the financial fence. That is about to change with the moon not only returning to your income sector today but with a chance to sharpen your nose for money and become more emotionally and intuitively engaged ahead of the sun's return next week. This is the kind of competition that can invigorate both sides of the financial fence. You may feel that you're on a roller coaster with the one you love. One day it's all about physical passion, the next day you feel estranged. If you can weather the ups and downs, you'll gain a deeper understanding of what you really want out of a relationship. Reproductive health is very important to maintain, even if you're not thinking about having kids. There are also many natural health products available that support you in maintaining your well-being in this area. If there is a full plate of work ahead for you, knuckling down to business will come much more easily on this day. Chances are you will find yourself preoccupied with money and your current financial situation. Work that leads to monetary gain will suit you, and directing your energy toward this will feel good. When it comes to work that does not serve this end, you can expect to be distracted and less eager. Consider postponing these types of chores in favor of those that will be lucrative. There was always going to be a new moon at some point during your birthday month, with the sun and moon coming together with a chance to commit to your new solar, the future and the journey ahead. What makes today's new moon even more empowering is the timing, for it not only falls during the sun's last weekend in Gemini but just as he catches up and aligns with the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment. This is a coming together of the opportunity and the resolve to draw a new line in the sand. This comes just as Saturn's retrograde turn in your career sector brings a chance to pause. Just as Mercury, the planet of communication, is spending his first weekend in Gemini and the Sun his last, a new moon brings a chance for new beginnings and to draw a new line in the sand. 2 weeks on from a full moon in your relationship sector that saw the moon clash with the Sun, they are on the same page, but this time, with Mercury on hand to ensure the communication lines are open. Our eyes in the sky. The Sun shares a trine with Chiron this afternoon, giving us a chance to reconnect with our true selves and heal our egos a bit. This aspect can also help us reconnect with our voice, so take some time to journal in the morning if you can. This can also help you consolidate your deepest desires with your personal image. You should be able to move through fears and self-doubt in favor of working toward personal goals. Identity and emotion combine to bring us strength and comfort. The fiery energy is putting us into high gear when it comes to motivation. It might be difficult to sleep as you look for ways to work toward a better future. Unfortunately, an opposition between Venus and Pluto threatens to undo some of the good ego work we accomplished earlier in the day. The reality of the effort that we need to put into our dreams might be magnified and bring self-doubt to the surface. If you find these issues coming on, take a step back and relax. If you work well into the night, you might suffer from burnout and begin to question yourself. Drink some herbal tea and get a good night's rest so you can get back to work in the morning. Instead of turning our emotional radar outward, we go inward. This recalibration helps us to make breakthroughs about our character and behaviors. It can even enlighten us as to why we use pattern recognition as a mechanism for safety and security. An interest in our psychological workings will also make us curious about how others tick. Yet, where our probing might ordinarily be considered intrusive, others welcome our questions now, as they are likely conducting their own personal examinations. Following this aspect, the Moon enters a void period lasting until after nightfall, suggesting we avoid starting new ventures. As many of us will be asleep at this hour, we should expect pleasant dreams. We may gain subconscious insights of spiritual or moral significance, helping us to tap into our idealistic side. The emotional highs we access should linger after we wake up, and we can take these good vibes with us as we start our day. Venus speaks to how we engage with love on the material plane, while Neptune speaks to how we access transcendent, mystical, divine love. When the two link up in a harmonious aspect, we literally feel love all around us. This aspect grants us gratitude for our circumstances and makes us want to share, connect with, and give back to those who have touched our lives in a positive way. This can also be an excellent transit for listening to music or attending concerts, museums, or films. Above all, this is a time for physical relaxation and mental and emotional thankfulness. Any interpersonal struggles that UEUROVE tried to cover up float to the surface now, and UEUROLL have a hard time ignoring them under this self-reflective retro motion.